So we're in kind of a weird spot when it comes to Hoyoverse games, right? We have Honkai Star Rail and we have Genshin Impact. And of course, the sales numbers just came out recently for them. Now, the biggest thing that's been on my mind since these sales numbers have kind of come out is that people are really talking about this as the death of Genshin Impact. And I think that honestly, we're looking at this from the wrong perspective. So today, we're gonna look over those sales numbers and we're going to talk about, is this really the death of Genshin Impact, and was it Hoyoverse's own doing? So, what is going on, my dudes? Natasha here, back again with another Genshin Impact video, and of course, well, it's a Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail video, Hoyoverse video. Let's just go with that. Anyways, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to bring this video to you. If you like, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and hit that notification bell to be notified of when the next video comes out. Of course, let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, for those who don't know, these are the top gacha games as of right now, or at least from what you can see here. A lot of these gacha games are some of the biggest money draws, at least in the perspective of different countries. Now, as we look through, we see ones that we've seen before, like Alchemy Stars, Artery Gear, Project Sakai, Eversoul, Tower of Fantasy is still around, though they actually lost about $300,000 in revenue comparatively to last month. And really, we want to pay attention to the top 10 here. So I believe it starts with Project Sakai in Japan, making $2 million less than what it did last month, followed by Summoner's War actually making $4 million less than it did before. Blue Archive actually going up in revenue by $2 million. Arknights in Japan hitting more than $6 million in total, more than what they did before. Heaven Burns Red, I don't know about that game really, but it made $1 million more. Uma Musume being a big one over in Japan right now. It's actually one of its biggest gacha games in general, and has been for a while, making $3 million more than it did last month. Fate Grand Order, their biggest gacha game over in Japan, actually making $30 million this month, $1 million more than previous. Now, these are the top three, and the reason why I want to talk about these top three is, one, I play all three of these, and two, I think this is really telling on what's happening right now. So, Qingque made $24 million last month and actually skyrocketed to $32 million this month alone, which is big. It's $2 million more than what Fate Grand Order made in Japan, which is a big milestone because not a lot of gacha games can compete with the ones in Japan. So, that's huge, and Qingque has been getting a lot more publicity and getting way more popular as time goes on, so kudos to Qingque on that one. Now, here's the real kicker. As we can see in the previous month, from April to May, Genshin went from 40 million made in April to 34 million made in May. Now, that's still a large chunk of money, right? But a lot of people are looking at that and looking at what Honkai Star Rail did, going from 20 million in April to $81 million made. I have to cough at that. That's an insane amount of money made in your first month of operation, really. It's awesome. It's really cool to see. Well, not really its first month, but you get what I mean. To have that big of a step up, that's $61 million difference, which is huge. That is almost the same amount that Genshin Impact and Qingque made, or actually, it's more than Genshin Impact and Qingque made combined. So they have practically, like, they won this month, obviously. It's no brainer, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. What I'm here to talk about is that a lot of people are saying that this is the sign that Genshin Impact is dying and that Hoyoverse is killing its own creation. Now, we gotta think of a couple factors here, and I think a lot of people are jumping the gun. And this is coming from a guy who still likes Genshin Impact. And this will be tied into another video that I'm gonna be doing later on in the week. To address some of the stuff, but I'm gonna kind of leave a footnote of it. A lot of people are saying this because a lot of Genshin Impact creators are actually starting to leave. We heard about 1010. We know that Tectone has been stepping away a little bit from Genshin Impact, and we know that MTashed has also stepped away, which are three big creators for Genshin Impact in general. And it is really sad to see that, but a lot of people are using that and the sales numbers to correlate to Genshin Impact's downfall. Now, I'm going to argue the other side, and you could call me a Genshin Impact dick rider, whatever it is that you want to call me, but I'm looking at the facts here. Number one, Honkai Star Rail released during 3.6, which was actually the start of the downtime for Genshin Impact. Usually for Genshin Impact, we have let's take 3.0 for example. From 3.0 to 3.5 is the massive Archon Quest stories that we usually see. Same with 2.0 to 2.5, with a little bit of seriousness afterwards as well, but 9 times out of 10, when you look at the timeline of updates for, you know, from a 0.0 to 0.8, we don't really see a lot of stuff in 0.6, 0.7, or 0.8. It's mainly getting ready for the next big update. And what have we been waiting for? Fontaine. Fontaine is the biggest continent, like, that's being talked about right now, obviously. Sumeru was because of the whole Dendro thing. I don't know if Fontaine's going to top Sumeru, but that's a discussion for another day. Now, we're in a downtime and not really too hype of characters came out. What, Kaveh came out, which turned out to be kind of a dud. No offense to Kirara, but Kirara, a 4-star character that you're gonna be able to get at any time. The hypest character was Bailu, and I felt like they dropped the ball dropping Bailu during a downtime, because of the fact that they knew Honkai Star Rail was going to come out. It was going to be the honeymoon phase, and it still is the honeymoon phase of Honkai Star Rail, so we're not gonna really see much. The most hype that we've seen is Ganyu rerun with the Bailu, and that didn't draw a lot of numbers. Yoimiya and Himeko reruns, and of course, next update, Kazuha's big rerun. That's huge. Now, again, I don't think they're gonna make a lot of money because, again, Star Rail is the biggest thing right now, and it's fledgling. It's starting to grow into its own, and a lot of people are speculating that, you know, again, Honkai Star Rail is just going to turn into Genshin in the sense of, like, we're not going to have that many big updates, or we're going to have not that much content, which is highly possible. Genshin Impact right now does not have a lot of content to it. And that's just the cycle of a gacha game. Every gacha game goes through a content drive spell. Now, like, let's take Qingque, for example, right now. We're waiting all for the Nier Automata, or whatever the hell you want to call it. We're waiting for that collab. Or at least I am. And right now, like, the only thing they got for event-wise is the current event going on, which you just do your runs. You do 5 runs, you do a challenge mode. That's it. Now, let's take a look at, like, Dokkan Battle. Dokkan Battle, kind of a dry spell right now, too. We're getting ready on the global side for the 8th year anniversary, which has already happened in JP, and JP's just getting random, you know, celebrations. You know, it's just the general, like, circle of gacha games. And I think a lot of people are taking this whole, like, Genshin Impact is dying thing way too seriously and way too out of context. And as a Genshin Impact content creator, it's sad because, again, like, it puts a little bit of, like, negativity in your brain as a content creator. Like, should I even be playing Genshin Impact? And, you know, I love the game. Like, people think I'm just doing it for the content. I love the game. I actually enjoy playing the game. I think it is fun. A lot of people have argued with me on Twitter saying, like, oh, it's just a ripoff. It's, you know, gacha games are not meant to be fun. They're supposed to be money sinks, blah, 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 blah. You can actually have fun playing a game. And the only reason why those people are saying that they don't like the game is because, you know, that's just not the game they want to play. Some people really push it and try to get on content creators' nerves by saying, I don't know why you play this. It's so boring and blah, 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 blah. And really, to all you out there who are like that, you need to find something better to do with your life. Go play a game you actually enjoy and let others enjoy the games that they like to play. But I digress. I'm getting off my soapbox on that one because that's gonna be one of those weird ones. Ultimately, all I'm saying with this, right, is that Genshin Impact is not dying. And this isn't copium, this is just factual. It all happens like this every single time. And that doesn't mean that Honkai Star Rail is going to go down the drain and Genshin Impact's gonna pick back up. this is a great time for gacha games because there's so many great choices out there. Again, you have Honkai Star Rail, you have Genshin Impact, you have Qingque. Summoner's War is actually doing decently well. I mean, 10 million is still nothing to, you know, look away from. But Qingque is getting the collab. Arknights is getting a Destiny 2 collab. That's freaking nuts to me. And we have so many other gacha games coming, like the 7 Deadly Sins game that is basically like Genshin Impact. Don Machi's got Battle Chronicler coming out here like full-time soon. There's just a lot of gacha games right now that are gonna be better in the sense as time goes on. Genshin Impact's not dying is overall what I'm trying to say. Right now we're in a dry spell. It happens every year. It happens to every gacha game. Just for all of you wondering, should I quit Genshin Impact? Only if you do not like playing the game. That's my point. Don't quit just because, oh, it's not the flavor of the week anymore. Quit because you don't enjoy playing it. Simple as that. But I digress. That's really all I got for this. I will say big congrats to Honkai Star Rail. 80 million in the month of May is bananas, and I can't wait to see what happens with the next few updates. Genshin Impact is going to pick right back up, probably in 4.0. Now, of course, guys, that's all I got for today's video. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of when the next Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail video comes out. If you liked it, leave a comment. Would love to hear you guys' opinions. And of course, as always, guys, please take care and be safe. I love y'all, and we'll see you all in the next video.